Today, join us for a full ship tour of Utopia of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest ship, and it's the second biggest ship in the world. We're going to take you deck by deck, showing you everything on board. Let's start. This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
So we're going to start all the way at the bottom of the ship on deck 3, and we're going to work our way up through the ship. This is the main dining room on board, and it actually spans over 3 decks, so decks 3, 4 and 5. It's a really nice big space, and it's so beautiful. Just look at the nice chandelier here in the middle.
Now, it is a huge ship, so it's an equally huge main dining room. This is the only main dining room on board. And like we said, it's over 3 different decks, and you will be assigned one of the decks based on what type of eating you'll do. Next up on deck number 4, we've got the Utopia Station. This is a brand new exclusive venue for Utopia of the Seas. It's an extra pay dinner show. So basically it's all set in a train where you'll have a show and different types of food. But how amazing is this? It looks like you're on a train, even the seats vibrate, the food looks amazing, and there's those virtual walls as well, so it looks like you're tracking your way through Europe or something. We didn't get to try this, but it looks very good. It's around $120 per person for an adult, so it isn't cheap, but there's entertainment as well, so it's like a dinner show.
So am I getting this right? It's a train on a ship moving in the ocean.
Yes, it's a little bit strange. Anyway, let's make our way through the ship. So we're just going through one of the areas to the Casino Royale. And this is the casino on board, and it is absolutely huge. Lots of different machines, lots of tables. There's a bar in here as well. And there's also a separate little area as well on this deck, which is no smoking, which we really do appreciate. There's doors coming in and out of the casino as well, so that tends to keep the smoke in, which we really like. But it's a huge, huge casino with loads of things to do.
And just next to the casino, as you're making your way through to more of the entertainment venues, is the onboard gallery where you can purchase artwork on board. And we're coming up to what is known as the entertainment place.
Yeah, so here you're going to find several different types of bars and venues, which is really cool. It's where lots of the entertainment takes place. First up, we've got Studio B. Now, this is the ice arena on board. Yes, there's an ice rink. You can go skating or you can watch the amazing show that takes place here as well. It is truly fantastic. It also converts into a laser arena as well, where you can play shooting each other in a virtual laser arena, which is pretty cool, as you can see here. It's very good. It doesn't cost any extra money, which we do like as well. So this is a complimentary included in the price of your cruise arena.
And just next to it, we have the Crown Lounge. This is a little space for those who are Diamond members and above to come get away from the hustle and bustle. There's also a coffee machine in here and some snacks.
Yeah, so we definitely recommend joining the loyalty scheme of the cruise line that you're going to go on, because if you take lots of cruises, you can build up that loyalty and get extra perks like this. Plus, we get 4 free drinks a day being a Diamond member, so a top tip is definitely sign up to the loyalty schemes and check all of the different cruise lines as well, because some of them will match and mix as well. So you can match your points on Royal Caribbean with Celebrity Cruises and vice versa, so it's definitely worth checking.
And just opposite the Crown Lounge, we have the Attic. Now, this is sort of a comedy club. It also hosts other things in here, such as a silent disco. This is where the bingo was held. It's quite a small space. It does get busy, but the good thing about it being a smaller venue, it's a lot more intimate for those comedy shows.
Yeah, and you tend to get comedy every single night, which is really good. So we do recommend booking it. Usually the bookings open up about a month before the cruise, or as soon as you get on board, make sure you book exactly what you want to book through the Royal Caribbean app or the cruise planner. Now, one thing that we really love about the ship is just how bright and colourful it is, and it's just absolutely massive as well. How cool is the artwork over the stairways? It is crazy how big this ship is. I can't believe how big cruise ships are getting.
This is definitely a resort at sea. Now we're coming up to the Royal Theatre. This is the 2-storey theatre, and it's located right at the front of the ship. You can access it from decks 4 and from deck 5. It's a really big theatre. That's one thing we do like about these ships, is the theatre is nice and large. You do still tend to get busier shows, but we've never had a problem seeing any of the shows in these theatres.
Now, there's a few various production shows that go on here. There aren't any West End or Broadway style shows, but the entertainment still really is fantastic. Anyway, we're going to head to a new section now. We're going to head to the Boardwalk. Now, this is one of the neighbourhoods on board because the ship is split up into different neighbourhoods. First up, we've got the Dog House, the Boardwalk Dog House, where you can come for complimentary, included in the price of your cruise, hot dogs. There's also a sweet shop, Sugar Beach. Everything in here is an extra pay. It's just a candy store, really. And then just opposite, we have Playmakers and, of course, the Carousel. This is a feature on all of the Oasis class ships. Now, one thing that we do like, Playmakers, it's a little bar area, but they do food as well for an extra charge. But the food is really good and it isn't too much. It's sort of $10, $15, which isn't too bad. But the quality of food in here is really fantastic. Plenty of screens for the sports, so if there's any sports going on, this is the place you'll want to be, and lots of little board games and little arcade games and things like that here as well.
We love this venue because it blends the indoors and the outdoors, so even if you're sat inside, you do still feel connected to that boardwalk, and it feels like you're at a real boardwalk along the ocean. Also really buzzing in here as well, always a great atmosphere.
But yeah, this ship really is impressive. It's one of the areas where you will see the sea as well. And it looks just as spectacular on an evening as well. It has those seaside vibes, Coney Island. And again, the carousel is free to ride as well. So it's included in the price of your cruise. So it isn't free. You paid to be on the ship, but there's no extra charge for it, which is a big thumbs up in our opinion. Just to get an actual scale of the ship, look at this. So it's a drone shot where we're pulling out, which is really crazy. And you can see the boardwalk below. And it is just massive, guys. It really is. Take a look at our next video, which is coming up as well, where we have an unusual cabin here on Utopia of the Seas. But the next venue is Johnny Rockets. So this is an extra pay venue for lunch and dinner. But top tip, you can get a complimentary included breakfast here. And it is a great alternative to the buffet in the main dining rooms because it's often a lot quieter. So our top tip is to come here for breakfast.
Just next to Johnny Rockets is a small children's play area, and then we have the ultimate abyss. Now this is a huge dry slide that goes from the top of the ship all the way to the bottom, and it's included in the cost of your cruise.
Then we have the Aqua Arena at the very back of the ship. So here you'll see the big, amazing show, which is an 80s style show. It's really fantastic with acrobatics, diving, some swimming, and it is really, really fantastic. Now, we do recommend you book this as soon as you can. Like we said, booking usually opens up a month or so before because the shows will sell out and you don't want to miss this because it really is spectacular. It is such a cool venue. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your brand and share what you love online. One of the biggest things we've learned from running our channel is that people want more ways to connect and support the creators they love, and Squarespace makes that easy. With Squarespace member areas, you can create exclusive content for your audience, whether that's behind-the-scenes videos, travel guides, or even online courses. And you can build your online presence in no time with Squarespace's cutting-edge design tools, like Blueprint AI, an AI-powered website builder that helps you create a professional-looking site in just a few simple steps. And instead of starting from scratch, you answer a few questions like what your website is for and what kind of design you like, and then it generates a fully custom website with layouts, content, and branding tailored to your needs. So if you're thinking of launching your own website, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to publish, use our link squarespace.com/Ben and David to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
And just next to the aquatheatres on each side, we have two gigantic rock climbing walls. You'll see the times of operation in the app and you just turn up and have a go. It is really scary. I've done it before and I didn't quite make it to the top.
Anyway, we're going to head to one of the other neighbourhood zones here on board Utopia of the Seas. This one is called the Royal Promenade, and it's an indoor area which is surrounded by lots of things. First up, you've got the Focus Photo Gallery. It's all electronic on this ship, which is really fantastic, so you can have a look at all of the photos that the ship's photographers have taken of you.
And just opposite, we also have Schooner Bar. Now, this is one of our favourite spots. It's a very traditional nautical feeling bar, and it serves some great whiskey-based cocktails in here.
We love this venue, especially for the trivia and the games and things in here as well. There's also a desk which seats the Crown and Anchor concierge member. So if you have any problems and you're on the loyalty scheme, this is the place to come to. It really is a fantastic area. You've also got the Rise and Tide bar, which goes from the Central Park area all the way down into this Royal Promenade whilst you're having a drink. It's absolutely fantastic. And then we're down on the lower level of the promenade now, and it really is fantastic. You've got the Shore Excursions desk as well, where you can book any of your port excursions. Obviously, this is going to come with an extra cost. Like I said, filled with shops, cafes, bars, it really is the heart of the ship. But first up, we've got a brand new venue. It's called the Pesky Parrot, and we really liked this venue. It replaces where the robot bar is, and this one is just so much better.
Yeah, it's a real traditional, fun-feeling tiki bar. Lots and lots of fun little items in here. It's bright, it's colourful. It always had a great atmosphere in here, and it really does add something extra to this ship.
And we've complained about it before with there not being lots of outdoor screens to see the outside, but they have some virtual screens in here, which we do like. But it's just colourful, it was always nice and busy, and it always had very good crew in here as well. Something that we saw on this ship was that the crew were absolutely fantastic. Obviously, the drinks are going to come at an extra charge. There's lots of brand new types of cocktails that have not been seen on any other Royal Caribbean ship. This is the first place you're going to see this bar, and I'm pretty sure we'll see it on other ships that are going to come as well.
I think that's where I left my dollar bill, Ben.
Oh, treat yourself, David. But yeah, we really did enjoy spending the time here. We're still on that lower level of the Royal Promenade where we're going to swing around and take a look at some of the other venues. The shops which are spread out throughout here as well, some posh shops and some normal shops. Now, guest services is the place that you're going to come if you have any issues. This is the reception desk. So if you have any problems, you've lost anything like that, just pop down here. But bear in mind, as soon as you get on the ship, it's going to be very busy. So maybe wait a while before you have to queue for a long time.
And next to guest services is Cafe Promenade. This is open 24 hours a day and has complimentary snacks that are available for you to grab and go. Little breakfast items at breakfast and then some sandwiches and fruits and things during the day. There's also complimentary drinks, so you can get cold drinks here. There's iced teas, waters, milks, tea and coffee, hot drinks, but you can also purchase drinks as well here if you wanted specialty teas or coffees.
Next door, we've got the Next Cruise shop. This is where you'll book all of your future cruises. Top tip, sometimes you can get some deals that are not available anywhere else, so do check the prices. But it is worth checking the price online as well, just to make sure you're getting a good deal. Next up, you've got another complimentary fast dining area. This is Sorrento's, which serves pizzas and sometimes little Italian bites as well. And it's open most of the time, and you can come in for a slice of your favourite pizza or even a whole pizza if you request one. If you request one at the desk, they will cook one just for you. And like we said, there's no extra cost for this. But there is a small seating area if you do want to eat here on the promenade and people watch, which is something that we really like to do.
Across the way, it's the Bell and Barley. This is the traditional English or British Irish pub. In here, you can get lots of different types of ales and different beers from all around the world. They also have live music in here and host a lot of quizzes in here as well.
Oh, it feels like we're at home, doesn't it? Look at that. The London Underground, the Beatles and David Bowie. We're basically at home. Anyway, let's make our way down this Royal Promenade area because it really is huge. Like we said, several types of shops, places where you can buy perfumes, watches, alcohol. There's even a lovely little Royal Caribbean shop for all of your goodies. But this is called Bolero's. This is the Latin-themed bar. So you're going to find live entertainment, which has a Latin twist, as well as lots of nice seating areas and a bar. You'll also find dancing and trivia is held here as well.
They also have a larger selection of tequilas and other drinks based around that. There's also a Starbucks in the centre of the promenade. This is not included on any of the drinks packages and it all comes at an extra cost.
Yes, I do like my Starbucks. One thing that we do like are the mugs. We do collect the mugs, so that's something we always buy. But my top tip, use the Coffee and Coffee Promenade. It's actually Starbucks anyway. Anyway, we've got the next venue.
This is the Spotlight Karaoke Bar. This is a new venue on some of these newer types of ships. It does what it says on the tin. It's a karaoke bar, and they also have karaoke booths, which you can hire for an extra charge. Quite a small venue, so not too big if you're taking part in karaoke, but it does get busy.
Yeah, you'll also find lots of trivia is held in the Spotlight Karaoke Bar as well. Right, on this deck you'll also find a large walk-around track which goes all the way around the whole ship, which is really, really cool, and it is very, very long. So this is deck 5 we're on now, that lower level of the promenade.
And towards the front of the ship, we have the Vitality at Sea. This is the onboard spa, and it also has a fitness centre. All the spa treatments are an extra cost, but the use of the fitness centre is included for free.
And if you do like to go to the gym on vacation, this one's a huge one. There is absolutely loads of space, and it connects to that runaround track as well. So there is a running lane and a walking lane on that one as well. But you'll find lots of stuff here, lots of weight training, lots of cardio machines, just about everything, as well as some extra pay classes as well, and things like checking how your feet work and stuff like that. You can sign up for all of that stuff. Now, one thing about this ship that we really love is just all of the colour, like we keep mentioning. It's just a colourful ship, which is really fantastic. Lots of colourful artwork. It really does make me happy to be on board a ship which is full of life. It really does, and I just loved all of the colourful artwork.
That really does reflect the overall atmosphere of the ship. We found the ship to be a lot livelier, a lot more fun, and a lot more party atmosphere. Next we have the music hall, and like it says on the name, this is where a lot of live music takes place. It's quite a big venue, it has quite a large dance floor in the middle. They also do quizzes in here as well for some of the more popular quizzes, and it's just a great venue, great space.
Yeah, so it's located on decks 8 and 9, and it really is a lovely space. It's a bigger venue, especially to hold more popular trivias and things like that. And like David said, that live music on a night. It's a great venue with its own bar. It's a very comfortable space, and it actually offers some lovely views over the promenade deck as well, so the boardwalk area, which is very nice indeed. Top tip, if you want a quiet space to come and read a book during the day, this would be my pick, because it is quite a busy, loud ship, so this is a nice area.
Now we're coming up to our favourite spot on this ship, and it is the Central Park. Yes, this is through the centre of the ship. These are real plants that you are looking at, and it really does feel like a real park. You're transformed to somewhere completely different.
First up, we've got Azumi Hibachi and Sushi. Now, this is a brand new location for the ship. It isn't usually located here in Central Park, so they've moved it to here like they have on Icon of the Seas, and it is a fantastic space. You've got different areas to eat in, as well as those hibachi grills, and you can even eat outside in the park, which is really wonderful. Central Park is located on deck 8, so it really is in the centre of the ship, and it's an area that we really, really love. And Azumi always gets very busy on these bigger ships, so it's great to see more tables, more spaces, so you've got more likeliness of being able to grab a table. But do remember, it comes in at an extra charge. This is an extra charge venue.
Really like all the artwork around the whole ship, and it even extends into the Central Park as well. It is a nice space where you can just wander through and just relax and take it all in. This is some of that outdoor seating that was mentioned earlier. That is just attached to Azumi, so it is a great option if you are in warmer climates.
Yeah, it's just a great space. There's also a little window where you can order sushi and things from as well, but it is a lovely space. They even pipe through the music of birds and insects as well, so it feels very realistic indeed. You'll also find several different types of shops, more high-end shops here on Central Park as well. But just look at that, how lovely does it look? Now, one of our favourite places on board is the Trellis Bar. So this is the bar located right in the centre of Central Park, and it's just a lovely area to come on an evening.
This is located near the Park Cafe. Now, this is an included option. It's also a great alternative to the buffet. In here, you tend to find things that are slightly on the healthier side. So salads that you can make yourself. They have fruit pots, sandwiches, soups, grab-and-go stations. It's actually one of our favourite complimentary dining options on the ship.
Healthy, David, look at all of the cakes. I want me a cake, but this is a really nice spot to come for breakfast, lunch, or just a snack during the day. There's also drinks machines in here as well, so you can get that complimentary tea and coffee and water and juices. There's also a Coca-Cola freestyle machine if you do have one of the drinks packages that's located in here. But it really is a lovely space. The buffet can get very hectic, especially on boarding day. So we recommend coming somewhere like this because it's going to be quieter and you're going to have a more relaxed start to your vacation, which doesn't hurt, does it? There's also some outdoor seating as well around the Park Cafe.
we're just going past the top of that rising tide bar that we mentioned earlier. So you do enter either on this level or the lower level, and then enjoy your drink while you're going between the decks.
Next up, we've got Chops Grill, and this is the American Steakhouse. This is also an extra charge. Do remember, you don't have to eat in all of these extra charge venues, guys. They are optional. We do recommend choosing a few because they are very nice indeed. You're going to get better food, better service, but here you'll find all of the steaks and really fancy food. Again, you can choose to eat inside, or you can eat al fresco outside as well, which would be really nice at sunset on an evening. It would feel very romantic indeed.
If you do want to eat here and you can't get an evening slot, there's also a lunch available as well, which is a slightly smaller menu, and it's also at a reduced cost. It's a great option.
So as we walk around, we're just taking all of these trees and things. Some of them are quite new, so this is going to grow bigger and bigger as the ship gets older. Next up, we've got 150 Park Place. So this is one of the other specialty restaurants, so it is an extra pay. So 150 Central Park, not Park Place. What am I talking about? But this is the very fancy Mediterranean/Californian restaurant, so it's very bougie indeed. It isn't our favourite. We do enjoy it, but you can make a reservation to come here as well. It's great for a date night, I guess. Definitely recommend the bread at the beginning. It's absolutely bloody delicious, but some of the courses are a little bit weird for us. Again, you can choose to eat outside as well. You can even play a game of chess or billiards during the day, which is fab.
I just love Central Park. There's just something about it that is just so calming and relaxing. I think it has been surrounded by so many trees, and you could be anywhere in the world. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you could be in the Caribbean, but feel like you're in a tropical rainforest somewhere else.
Yeah, and you can see a hippopotamus, but equally on an evening as well. It looks absolutely spectacular. All of the lights come on. They've got the sounds of the chirping crickets. There's live entertainment often in this area as well, so you can come for a drink at the Trellis Bar and then watch some of the lovely live entertainment. Right, we're going to head back inside of the ship now. This is another one of those elevator shaft areas, and we've came up to deck number 12, where you'll find Giovanni's Italian restaurant. So it's the Italian kitchen and wine bar. So as you enter, there is a wine bar where you can just come for a drink. Then further in, you've got the restaurant. Now this is again an extra charge restaurant. Yes, there's lots of places you can spend extra money. It is what it is. All new cruise ships are like this, but we do recommend this place. We really do, and it's in a brand new location where the restaurant Wonderland usually is, so it replaces that. In my opinion, Giovanni's is so much better. The food is absolutely delicious. And because it's in this new venue here on decks 11 and 12, you get some fantastic views across the boardwalk area as well, which is so nice. But yeah, it is a really fantastic place, even just to come for a drink and try one of the lovely cocktails. But we do like a meal here. We didn't eat in this restaurant during our cruise. I wish we had, because there is a brand new area as well, so you can choose to eat al fresco, which is crazy. So you can eat overlooking the boardwalk, which I think would be really fantastic.
They also have a private space that if you are a larger group, you can actually request, and you get a little separate area. So this is the area overlooking the boardwalk, which is quite nice actually, to be able to eat outside and enjoy your Italian food. We do like this restaurant. It is one of our favourites. And that is a top tip that Ben mentioned earlier. It's usually very quiet in this bar, and you do get great cocktails and great service in there, so don't be afraid to just go in for a drink.
Now, don't look down. Just look how high up the ship is. It is pretty spectacular, guys, that they can build things like this. It's nuts. Anyway, we're going to take a look at some of the kids clubs. So you've got the Adventure Ocean. So there's kids clubs for basically every age, starting from the very little ones to the teens. So there's several different areas where they're going to be kept nice and occupied by the crew on board, meeting new friends and things like that. And from our experience from taking our nephews on cruises, they love these areas.
Now we're coming up to the Windjammer Marketplace, and this is the buffet on board, probably where you'll spend a lot of your time choosing one of those cakes, because those cakes look delicious. Just as you enter, first things first, you do have to wash your hands. We do love that they have really big hand washing stations, and they're very strict on washing your hands on Royal Caribbean as well.
Now, the buffet area on this type of ship really has evolved, and it really is fantastic here on Utopia of the Seas. There's a bar as you enter, and the stations are just set out really, really well. There's 2 whole different sections which are mirrored, so it's the same on either side of the buffet. But we found it really easy to get around without those long lines and things like that. And there is lots of food, especially on the newer ships. Royal Caribbean's newer ships often have the best food, and we found that to be the same here on Utopia of the Seas. There is so much to pick from. So if you're a picky eater, this is the place to come. It's going to be open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. But like we said earlier, it is a busy ship, and it's a big ship with thousands upon thousands of people on board. So this does get very busy. So if you don't like a busy atmosphere, this might not be for you. You can also get complimentary drinks from here as well. So things like waters, teas, coffees and juices throughout the day as well. And there are those Coca-Cola freestyle machines if you have one of the drinks packages.
Don't forget that the buffet actually does wrap around the back here, so there is extra seating as you go towards the back of the buffet. So if you do find yourself not being able to find a spot, make sure you do go all the way to the back.
Next up, we've got the Mason Jar, a southern restaurant. Now, this is also found on another ship, Wonder of the Seas, and it's the same type of restaurant. So it's an American restaurant with a southern feel. So you'll often have live music and entertainment here in the bar area whilst you're waiting to go in for a meal, or if you just want to pop in for a drink as well. But it really is nice. We tried it on Wonder of the Seas and we really enjoyed it. And what we like about this area as well is that those windows look amazing. So you get some fantastic views from the outside of the ship. So especially if you're sailing away at sunset or something like that, you'd really have a fantastic view. And it's something that we appreciate because it's not something you find a lot on these types of ships.
Highly recommend the cocktail selection in here, especially the cocktail that comes with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the side. Very delicious.
So Windjammer and the Mason Jar are located on deck 15, so we're at the top of the ship now. Anyway, we're going to head out to the solarium area because yes, there's an adults-only solarium, so no kids allowed. It's an area at the very front of the ship that's been completely covered, and it's climate controlled as well, so if it's cold outside, they can warm it up, or if it's really hot outside, they can cool it down a little bit. This is also connected to the Solarium Bistro, and this is another top tip. If you don't like those busy buffets, this is an alternative buffet, especially for breakfast, which is a great place. It's often a little bit quieter than that main Windjammer buffet. Again, it's adults only, so you're not going to have lots of kids running around. It's mostly the same food as well, which is really fantastic. And on an evening, it turns into a restaurant where some type of main dining is put in here. I don't quite understand how it works for dinner, to be honest, guys, because it seems to differ on different cruises. Anyway, in the solarium, you'll find lots of little pools, cascading pools and hot tubs. So it's a lovely space just to come out and chill out.
This is definitely one of the more quiet spaces on board. There is maybe music in here, but it's very gentle and relaxing. It's definitely a more elevated and relaxing space, which is what we absolutely love. Plus, you get some fantastic views from the front of the ship as well, through all those windows. It just feels a little bit more elevated with nice comfy sunbeds and everything like that.
Yeah, so there is no extra charge or anything to come in here. It's a solarium that's open for all adults, which is really, really lovely. And it is, like David said, a great place to come and chill out because the ship is crazy. It's very, very busy. It's only doing 3 and 4 night cruises at the moment, so it often is quite busy. Anyway, we've headed up one deck to deck number 16. Yes, we're on the 16th floor and we're just coming up to Hooked Seafood. So this is yet another extra pay specialty restaurant. And this one is the seafood. I'll let David talk about that because I see food and I'll eat it, but not in this case. I'm not a seafood fan.
So this really is all about the seafood. They do completely loads of different types of seafood dishes, as well as oysters and lobster and everything like that. This is an extra charge venue and it actually overlooks the Solarium Bistro. It's only open for dinner on an evening as well at the moment.
But again, it's a lovely space with windows overlooking that solarium area as well, which is very nice indeed. As you can see on the ship, you're going to find no shortage of food, complimentary food and extra pay food. It is just about everywhere. It is pretty crazy how much they've jammed into this gigantic mammoth of a ship. But again, you can see that drone shot just pulling out of the Central Park area, taking a look at some of the outdoor decks that we're going to take a look at next. It really is wild. It is just crazy how much space there is.
Now we have a brand new place, and this is another place to grab some complimentary included food. It's called the Spare Tire. It's like a grab and go station that served wraps and sandwiches that you could just grab. And there was also a Coca-Cola freestyle machine here as well.
So we're back on deck 15 now, which is the lower deck of those outdoor areas. And these areas are just expansive. They are very, very large indeed. There's several pools. So at this side of the ship, you're going to find 2 large pools, which is really cool. So these are open to all of the family. So it's basically mirrored on either side with some cascading seating on either side as well. You've also got that big screen as well, which shows things like music and movies. And there's also several lovely little cantilevered hot tubs which overlook this area as well. So it really is great. Again, it is a busy ship, so these areas do tend to get very busy indeed.
They're also very lively as well. They do lots of entertainment out here. So competitions, live music, music quizzes. So don't expect this space to be some of the most relaxing on the ship.
Yeah, it's going to be very busy indeed. But you can just see this is just half of those outdoor areas. This is the other half now. So we're looking at the other pool area. So there's a pool area on one side, then a kids splash away bay, which we'll look at in just a few minutes. But you get some great views looking down into Central Park. At the centre of the ship, you're going to find the Lime and Coconut. So this is a bar which is over 2 different decks, decks 15 and 16. On the lower deck, you've got several little seating areas, some areas for smoking as well as a bar where you can get all of your favourite cocktails as well.
There's also a second Lime and Coconut, like Ben said, on the deck above, so you don't have to go too far to get your poolside drinks.
Yeah, there's some lovely seating areas on the upper deck as well as another bar at the other side. So there's plenty of places to get one of your drinks, especially if you're on a drinks package. But we do prefer this upper deck area just because it's a nice place to grab a snack from the place downstairs or the buffet and bring it up here and enjoy with a drink and a nice little view of the whole area here. But look at that, isn't it just insane? It really is quite cool how much they fit onto these ships. But yeah, we're just taking another look at some of those pool areas now, and we're just coming up to one of the biggest features on board the ship. It's called the Perfect Storm. But first of all, let's take a look at some of the other pool areas. There's several hot tubs by the pools as well. Again, they do get very busy with lots of kids. So for us, the best time to come to the pools is early in the morning whilst people are off in port or during sunset, because we usually find that it's a little bit quiet during this time where we can enjoy the lovely pools and hot tubs without as many people because people are getting ready for dinner and things like that. Anyway, like I said, the Perfect Storm. Now, this is a trio of water slides, including a bowl slide, which is very, very cool indeed. Again, all 3 slides are included in the price of your cruise, so there are no extra charge. They do get busy, especially on sea days. So my top tip again, do it whilst the ship is in port. There's another 2 slides, the Supercell. Oh, they're very good indeed, guys. They've got some nice little transparent areas and cool effects whilst you're in there as well. I do recommend doing them. You've also got the Social 100 patio, which is for teens on the outdoor areas as well.
You do pick up some speed on them slides. Trust me, I felt quite dizzy after I came off. And if those slides are a little bit too big for you, or you do have little ones, you've got Splash Away Bay. This is a little kiddies area with a little splash and play zone and some smaller slides as well.
Yeah, it's a really cool area for the little kids. Our nephews absolutely loved Splash Away Bay on Royal Caribbean ships, but doesn't she look lovely? Very, very colourful again. She is absolutely full of colour. Now, you'll see these little castita things dotted around the ship with people in them, so the little huts with some beds in, and these come at an extra charge, so you do pay for these. They're more expensive on a sea day, and they usually come in quite expensive, sometimes up to like $600 or $700. My top tip is don't even bother. Just get there early and grab one of these free sun lounges or sunbeds. You don't really get much extra apart from a bar service, really, guys. So unless you're really wanting to splash the cash and guarantee you've got a space, I would miss it.
Now, even more food is coming up because we're going to El Loco Fresh. This is another complimentary included food option, And it's a Mexican place where you can get grab and go tacos and things like that. There's also a bar next door as well, which is another great option. If that lime and coconut is busy, do come down here because it does tend to be a little bit quieter.
I really do like the burritos and tacos and the chips and dips from here as well. It is very nice indeed. You've also got a fixing station, which is fantastic. Now, just behind El Loco Fresh, you've got a lovely little golf course area, which is pretty cool. It's called the Aqua Dunes. Again, this is a complimentary area, so unlike Norwegian, where they're now charging for things like mini golf, it's still complimentary and included in the price of your cruise, which is fabulous. So you just grab one of the sticks, or whatever they're called, and a couple of the balls, and have fun, guys. But it is a really cool golf course. I really did enjoy playing a few rounds here.
It's always a great way just to spend a few hours during the day, especially if you're sick of the pool, you can come here. And next to that is the Utopia Playscape. This is another play area right at the back of the ship, again for the little kids. It's like a soft play area with some slides.
Yeah, it's a great area, and it's great to see that the little kids have been included as well with lots of the fun. There's also a zip line as well. Yes, a zip line where you can zip line above the boardwalk. Again, this is complimentary, included in the price of your cruise. And then we've got the top of the ultimate abyss, which we looked at all the way down on the boardwalk. Yes, this goes from the top all the way down to that bottom deck, which is pretty insane. There's lots of cool effects, music and lighting effects. And it really is a cool way. And honestly, it isn't that scary. It looks very high up, but it really isn't too bad. It's not too fast. It's quite enjoyable.
No pre-booking for that, you just turn up. Next we have the shaved ice section. This is an extra charge, so this way you can get some cool shaved ice to cool yourself off with. That's the zip line that's just going over the boardwalk. Again, not too scary. It's actually a lot of fun, so do give it a go.
And a favourite here on Royal Caribbean, of course, is the flow rider. Yep, so you can come here and do some surfing. You can come here during the times that it's open. You can also pay for longer sessions, but the shorter sessions are complimentary. And you've also got a sports court here as well, where they're playing some games. But yeah, the ship just looks spectacular on a night. It really does light up and be just gorgeous. It's my favourite time to be on a cruise ship. Take a little walk around after dinner and just take in all of that lovely fresh sea air and just enjoy a nice quiet ship. But that's it for our tour. Let us know what you thought in the comment section below. Do you like this type of ship, or do you prefer something a little bit smaller? We have to say, she is a really fun ship and we did really enjoy it.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to support us further, you can come and join our Patreon crew. In return for joining our crew, you get extra benefits like behind the scenes videos. We also upload all of our videos completely advert free and early, plus we do a monthly Zoom chat.
So I guess that's it till next time. Happy cruising!